Tucked deep within a dense pine forest, this modern home stands as both a retreat and a bold architectural statement. Surrounded by towering trees and the earthy scent of pine needles, it invites quiet contemplation, far removed from the rhythms of urban life. Designed to feel like it has always belonged here, the home whispers rather than shouts, merging nature and structure seamlessly. It is in this quiet dialogue with the wilderness that the house finds its strength. The home's primary elevation is composed of clean horizontal lines, with wide glass panes that frame the surrounding pines like ever-changing paintings. The exterior palette, burnt cedar, soft concrete, and matte black steel, mirrors the earthy hues of its surroundings, allowing the house to visually recede into the forest. Every material was chosen to age gracefully and settle into the landscape with time. Though the home stretches wide rather than tall, its interior volumes offer soaring ceilings and generous spatial experiences. The single-story plan subtly bends with the contours of the land, maintaining a respectful posture within the natural topography. The result is a structure that feels grounded and weightless all at once. A narrow gravel path winds through the pines and leads to a modest, recessed entry framed by vertical timber slats. This carefully composed threshold creates a moment of compression before the interior unfolds, a transition from the wildness of nature to the controlled serenity of design. A large pivot door in weathered oak quietly opens into the calm within. The open-plan living room is anchored by floor-to-ceiling windows that erase the boundary between indoors and outdoors. A floating concrete hearth sits under a minimalist suspended fireplace, inviting guests to sit and absorb the forest's changing light. The pine trees become living companions, always in view, always present. The kitchen continues the theme of natural materiality, with matte stone counters, light oak cabinetry, and a backsplash of rough-hewn granite. Above the central island, pendant lights hang like suspended raindrops, illuminating surfaces where culinary creation meets conversation. A narrow clerestory window above the sink brings in slivers of sky. The dining area is minimally adorned, just a solid wood table, handcrafted chairs, and a view of the pines that acts as living decor. A long skylight slices overhead, casting linear light that shifts throughout the day, mirroring the motion of the forest outside. Meals become moments of meditation rather than mere function. The home's rear facade opens completely to a private outdoor terrace, blurring architecture and landscape. Sliding glass panels are tucked into deep-set wooden frames, maintaining warmth while offering transparency. This gesture dissolves the line between the interior space and the pine-covered slope that begins just beyond. A secondary living area, more intimate in scale, is tucked near the rear wing of the house. With deep built-in sofas and low shelves filled with books, this is a space for slow mornings and late-night reflections. A single vertical window offers a glimpse of a lone pine trunk rising through the frame like a sculpture. Rather than cluttering the space, decor is sparse and intentional: ceramic vessels, woven wall hangings, and objects made of stone and glass. Each item contributes texture and story without noise. This philosophy of restraint allows the house's materials and surroundings to be the primary visual focus. Natural light is the home's most vital design element. Narrow skylights, picture windows, and glazed corner joints guide sunlight in graceful paths across walls and floors. In the afternoons, the entire house glows golden, reflecting the forest's warmth back inward. The primary bedroom sits at the furthest edge of the house, encased in a soft envelope of wood and linen. One wall is entirely glass, opening onto a private deck that floats above the forest floor. The feeling is less like being indoors and more like sleeping in a clearing made just for you. In the master bathroom, smooth river stones cover the floor while pale stone tiles line the walls. A deep soaking tub rests beside a picture window, allowing for uninterrupted forest views. The overall effect is one of elemental calm, a space that feels carved from the earth itself. Two guest rooms line the east wing of the home, each with framed views of younger pines and filtered morning sun. Furnished minimally with built-in beds and wool throws, they offer warmth and quiet for those seeking temporary escape. The forest becomes their morning greeting. At the center of the home, between wings, is a small, sunken library space. Lined with bookshelves and a cushioned bench that wraps beneath a window, it is designed for reading, reflection, or simply watching the wind move through pine branches. A place of mental quiet. Multiple terraces and outdoor decks extend from the home like limbs reaching into the forest. One has a built-in bench carved from timber, another features a fire pit surrounded by stone. These outdoor spaces are not ornamental, they are integral parts of daily life here. Throughout the home, the color palette is intentionally subdued: moss greens, bark browns, pale creams, and soft grays. These tones echo the shifting seasons of the surrounding forest, making the home feel seasonally alive even from within. While the home doesn't boast its green credentials, they are deeply embedded: passive heating, rainwater collection, and energy-efficient glazing all work behind the scenes. The design proves that environmental sensitivity can coexist with minimal aesthetics. A separate studio building, connected by a covered wooden walkway, offers a space for painting, writing, or music. With clerestory windows and neutral walls, it is a blank canvas made sacred by silence and pine-filtered light. Tactility is key to the home's sensory experience. The grain of timber beneath one's hand, the coolness of stone underfoot, the softness of linen drapes. It is a house not only to be seen, but to be felt. No mechanical noise interrupts the setting. The sounds here are natural: wind through needles, the call of a bird, the faint crackle of firewood. These acoustic choices make stillness part of the design. In the evening, interior lighting is kept warm and low, casting long shadows across wooden ceilings and smooth floors. The atmosphere is one of calm embrace, where even darkness is given dignity. From certain angles, the house nearly vanishes into the forest, its low form, dark siding, and reflective glass blending with the landscape. This is intentional. The house does not dominate, it participates. In winter, the home's profile is dusted in snow, the pines heavy with white. In autumn, gold and ochre light up the forest. The design never competes with nature's changes, instead, it welcomes them as part of its own expression. There is no grandeur here in the traditional sense, no towering columns or excessive ornamentation. Yet in its restraint, the home finds elegance. Its greatness lies in its humility and quiet presence. This is a home that could not exist just anywhere. Its identity is rooted in its specific geography, its climate, its trees. It listens to the land first, then speaks softly in return through architecture. A modern home built in the wildness of pines is not just a house, it is a philosophy in physical form. It proves that bold modernism and wild nature are not opposites, but companions. Through quiet gestures and thoughtful design, this home teaches us how to live well and lightly in the heart of the forest.